Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. Got another bag of bullets from Pine Valley today. This one's actually a different flavor. This is 9mm Luger we have here. This is a 94 grain frangible load. We'll throw this bag on the table and see what we're going to do today. We have 5 barrel lengths today, but weight, not the same. 3.1 inch, a 4.95, and 7.72. This video post-dates my CMMG 16-inch PCC review, so we had to send that firearm back, so we'll have to probably try to either get another loaner from CMMG or maybe PSA or somewhere. We have our Pro Chrono Digital as always at about 10 to 12 feet depending on how I pace it out. It's 65, maybe 70 degrees if we're lucky outside today. The sun's being hidden by all the leafy green stuff, so make sure the chronograph's reading. We'll do our accuracy portion as well, and we're going to try this against a steel target and see how well it does at being frangible. Without further ado, so up first we'll grab our Springfield Hellcat. This has a 3-inch barrel. This is a little double stack subcompact, very tiny firearm. So far I'm really digging the factory sights on this. The trigger a little heavy, but I'm actually liking the trigger on this. I also am experimenting with raising my table for doing armor tests and stuff down here, so I made some PVC leg extensions, so my table's a little taller today. 1135, 1157, 1168, 1122, 1134, 1151, 1092, 1114, 1180, 1200. And now a slightly longer barrel. This is the FN 503. This has a 3.1 inch barrel. This is another subcompact 9. This one actually is single stack though. Only 8 rounds in the extended magazine. I got this and the Hellcat in at the same time to do some reviews for AR15.com. So far, this has really good grip texturing on the front and back, especially in the side. Very thin in the hand. I think though I like the trigger better on the Hellcat than this one, so you might see me fumble with this a little bit on camera. $11.12, 1091, 1145, 1176, 1141, 1153, 1119, 1165, 2 more. Mr. Fumble Fingers. At least for me, your mileage may vary. I like to say that a lot, but the reset on this isn't as pronounced as it is on the Hellcat. So I'm finding I'm having to ride the trigger out further to know that it's reset. 1120, 1161. Now for our Glock 19 Gen 4 MOS. This has a 4-inch factory barrel in it. We've got a Hello Sun RDS on there thanks to Naples Guns and Ammo. Mr. Matt Mink sent that to us. Big thank you to him. $12.43, $12.11, $12.19, $12.54, $12.02, $12.49, $12.26, $12.27, $11.96, $11.92. These compressed frangible loads, I don't know if it's the bullet or the powder, but they smell a little different. And now our tried and true 4.95 inch barrel. This is the Smith & Wesson M&P. We have the conversion barrel in it. This started its life out as a 40 and I don't shoot a whole lot of 40. $11.95, $12.21, $13.00, $12.28, $12.18, $12.53, $13.37, $12.04, $12.24, $12.22. And finally, our CZ Scorpion Evo. This is my SBR, has a 7.72 inch factory barrel on it. $13.93, $13.16, $13.49, $13.42, $13.46, $13.63, $13.80, $14.32, $13.80, $14.35. Pretty speedy little round there. Here is our frangible ammunition from Pine Valley. 1.08 inches at 25 yards using our CZ Scorpion Evo, as we don't have the 16 inch. Not a lot of wind when I'm doing the testing. There's a little bit right now, but that's pretty good for 9mm 25 yards. The new lead sled I'm using does not lend itself to the Scorpion for holding it in there tightly, but I'll take it. Alright, since our Pine Valley Munitions 9mm load is frangible, I finally picked up a steel target that's a 66% size IPSC silhouette, 3/8 AR500 steel, Champion brand I believe. I threw some white paint on it, made a temporary stand. I gotta bury it in the ground because it already fell over on me. But we'll go at about 15-20 feet. We threw our cardboard on the side there just to see what kind of fragments splash off the steel. Always remember, if you're shooting any kind of steel, that the targets are angled down and you're wearing all of your protection as well. We'll be at about 15 feet. Should be pretty good for frangible. Not too bad. I did get hit with, I felt like a little bit of stuff in my face, but it was just kind of like someone throwing sand at you. Grab our FN 503 here. You guys a little bit of different angle here with the Hellcat so you can see the steel. Here is our steel target. Just a bunch of those little copper marks from that ammunition. Now there is a little bit of cutting going on. You can see right there. I'm using my gimbal, trying to get used to this thing, so if things are a little slow, it's because I'm trying to figure out how to get it to move without going crazy. Now our cardboard here, you can see there is some marks there from the little fragments splashing up against the cardboard, and it does go through to the other side, but not too bad. So definitely probably shouldn't shoot this at point blank range if you don't want to get pelted with compressed copper bits or powder from the bullet breaking apart. But the risk of ricochet is definitely a lot lower with frangible ammunition, and that's specifically why it was designed. Drop a comment below. Again, what do you think of me using the gimbal versus me holding the iPhone? I think it does a pretty good job of just some getting used to, because it wants to just sometimes not follow where I'm walking. I'll have to read the instructions, I think. Well, folks, I'd say that is another successful test of our bag of bullets from Pine Valley Munitions. We had good velocity out of the barrel lengths that we tested this frangible load in. I'm sorry I don't have the 16-inch. Leave a comment below if you think we should pick that back up. It probably would definitely help with the accuracy portion, because the Evo doesn't go in the new lead sled very well. Accuracy was acceptable at right around 1 inch, which is typically what we've been getting with most of our 9mm loads. We've had some that are printed, you know, about 3/4 of an inch or so at 25 yards. So 1 inch isn't bad. Now, these are really useful if you do shoot steel targets, especially at closer range. The higher velocity and the compressed bullet, either copper, polymer, whatever particular matrix it's made out of, that hits hard objects and then blows apart, so that you're not getting lead or jacket fragments back at you, which is a good thing. As always, I'd like to thank Pine Valley Munitions for asking us to review their ammo. I had about 400 rounds of this through the different hosts, not a single failure. I do believe this is Norma brass and possibly Norma supplied bullets. I'd also like to thank my Patreon supporters and you all for watching. Until next time, catch you at the range and stay cool. The hand a little better, but the trigger I'm not so fond of. I tend to ride a little higher on the trigger, and my foreskin